Okay. Something just happened that really annoyed me, and I just want to share it with you. Hello, and welcome back to another episode. Now, today I am feeling about 80% recovered from my lurgy. I've still got a slightly vulnerable throat, but I'm not feeling that bad, which is great. Thanks to those of you who sent lovely messages my way. But something just happened that's really irritated me. I just wanted to share it with you, get it off my chest. Bit of group therapy. The post just arrived, and normally that's a great thing. Normally that doesn't irritate me at all. It irritates the dog a little bit. Who could that be? This never happens. We're under attack! Must defend the house. Yeah, so it's a daily occurrence. The postman arrives, the dog gets a bit annoyed, and that's fine. But basically something arrived in the post which I've been waiting for, and that is Batman vs Predator 2. I recently read the first of these. I'm not going to bother reading the third because the third one gets terrible reviews, but number 2 is meant to be quite good fun. And the description on Amazon, and yeah, it's Amazon, but it was the only place I could find it, was that this book was in excellent and mint condition. And I thought, okay, fair enough, I shall buy that. It was a very reasonable price. And then you sort of you do a little flick through to make sure there's no pages missing, this kind of thing. And then you come across something like this. I mean, look at that. Look at that. So it's torn at the top and then folded in on itself there. Yeah, and I can fix that. I've got some librarian's tape to fix the pages. It'll be fine, and frankly, in my collection, it'll be safe. But it's just annoying, so annoying when especially when you're trusting a description, you're buying it because of the description, and it turns up like that. Like someone just did not care, either at the warehouse or the person who sold it to Amazon or whatever. At some point, someone just gone close the book in such a rough way as to just. I mean, well, hang on. Okay, so this is Batman Aliens Part 2, I suppose, or story number 2, the sequel. And in my opinion, this is the better of the Batman vs Aliens stories because it actually takes place in Gotham. The stakes are higher. You've got that contrast of the Gothic architecture of Gotham meeting sort of H.R. Geiger's vision and art, this kind of thing. So it's a great book, and I love it, absolutely love it. And towards the end, it gets a little bit silly. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'll just quickly show you an image just to sort of tantalise you there. And I like it, I really like it. But when I first got it, I noticed something immediately, and that was that someone had cut out this panel just here. See this panel here? They'd carefully removed it with scissors. And I have no idea why. And so it's actually more obvious on the back, where I basically printed out a scale copy of this page because someone had scanned like a backup of the comic online, and you can see the edges don't quite match up there, and sort of on the text box just there, this kind of thing. But I don't mind that in so much as it's a bit like honest restoration. You always make it clear where you've restored something for future generations or whatever. It's not that important. I know no one's going to go, oh my goodness, what a rubbish. It mattered to me. I wanted to be able to read the book, so I did this to fix it. But the point is that in this instance and in this instance, you've got people who just don't care. They're just not looking after their comic books, and whether it's the warehouse or the person who previously owned it. I mean, thankfully in this case the damage isn't that bad. I can fix it fairly easily. But look after your stuff, people. Now at the other end of the spectrum, there's so as I say, at the other end of the spectrum, you have things like this. I came across this in a comic book store the other day, and a 68-page special linked with the Nightfall saga. Still got the badge on the front. The guy kept the badge, and it's in a lovely plastic wrapper to keep it safe. The pages are nice and crisp. They've really looked after that, and not that I do this. I mean, I'm just careful. I just put my things carefully on the shelf. I close them carefully. I love my comic books, but also, frankly, books in general. This person is at the other end of the spectrum, but at least they're looking after their shit. Oh, it's just so annoying. Not least as someone who's purchased the thing, based on the description of it being pristine. It's not pristine, and on the one hand, it's not the end of the world. I can look after it; it'll be fine. But on the other hand, it's just one of those things where you just think, why don't people look after their stuff? Especially books. Books are some of the most delicate and helpless things that we've ever invented. Like you wouldn't catch me being too loose with my juice around a book, or dangling it over a fire, or mucking about with scissors. It's just irritating. And I did. Ugh. Anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. I've just opened up the package, and it just instantly infuriated me. It's just a lack of care and respect, I guess, given to this what is otherwise a beautiful object, and then it's just flung in the post, and it's just annoying. I mean, what do you guys? What do you think? Do you guys experience this at home? Do you have similar packaging problems where you are? Please do share your horror stories below. Let's make this a little self-help group, shall we? Anyway, I'm going to get on with my work day, and then I'm going to enjoy my Batman versus Predator story. It's going to be fine, folks. It's going to be fine. As ever, until next time, do take care. Bye bye.